Someone has swapped out my Darth Vader from the chamber set with this Santa one.
Was it you that swapped that out? No? Oh,
It's gone quiet.
It was well suspicious. Hey everyone, hope you're all safe and well. So I'm in the heart of London with King's Cross just behind me and the absolutely majestic looking St Pancras International just over here as well. It's Sunday, Valentine's Day is just on the horizon, and there's a big Lego gathering over in Leicester Square, and that can only mean one thing: London Brick Festival. So once again, I'm at Brick Festival, and of course, synonymous with Brick Festival.
Yeah,
is Adam,
be here.
aka Demon Hunter Bricks. Now, it was only about, I don't know, maybe a couple of months ago or so. I actually built this one, the Dooku set.
Yeah,
really good, loved it.
Thank you.
Thanks for designing that. But the other one, I think, bearing in mind that we've got the Mando Season 3 coming up soon, is of course the Darksaber. So show us a little bit around your Darksaber for us.
Well,
Adam.
I designed this a few years back when Season 1 came out. I pretty much based it on the Black Series version of it, the one that's actually featured, because the Darksaber in the Clone Wars looks very different to this. It's a bit more blocky, a bit more cartoony, but this is when Moff Gideon had it, when it was introduced in the Season 2, or was it Season 1? Season 2 of Mando. So I designed it, and it's people can get it.
How many pieces is it? How much is it? So where do we get it from?
So you get it from my website or at the show. It's currently about 250 pieces around that. I sell it for £65. It's a cool build. It's very structurally sound. It's very solid. I quite like the vents, how I've done them in a sense. Totally my own sort of basket here, but you get the stand as well, so you can display it nicely, a Lego brick stand.
Oh, yeah, that's a nice touch, actually. I didn't realise you got the stand with it, too.
And a lot of people actually get, like, Mando's Lego helmet from Lego, and then they get the Darksaber to kind of go in front of it.
Ah, nice.
So kind of like that match.
Yeah. No, it's a nice display piece.
You know, we got Season 3 coming out very soon, and
so I'm curious then. Just talking of Darksaber then, so Lego coming out with Rivendell, sort of first week of March, something like that. Now that comes with a mould, a tiny little mould for the minifigures of a sword.
Yeah.
Do you think it's about time that Lego did a mould of the Darksaber as well?
Maybe there's a price point. Maybe there is they did the Razor Crest, which was almost the same price as Rivendell, about £430, which Rivendell's going to be, or £450, around that mark. And they've done, in the Rivendell, they're bringing out a mini Narsil blade, which is the blade that was broken. They should be doing a moulded Darksaber, because the only Darksaber we've got from Lego is a simple minifigure lightsaber mold, but just with the black glow stick instead of actually doing a mold. You can get sort of off-brand ones that people have custom made, but it's not quite the same. But it is about time Lego did a mold for it. They've released loads of Mando sets. We should absolutely get one.
So come on, Lego, sort it out and give us a Darksaber. So I'm here with Henry, George, and Gary. And it is a family of peeps that have got together, and they've built a whole bunch of cars. And I've asked them to show me what their favourites are. So let's have a look at this one. Now this one looks like it's from the Fast and Furious movie.
That's right. This is Henry's favourite. Okay. So Henry, you show us what this does.
So you can take the engine off.
Oh yeah, so the engine comes off.
And you can also, in the film, he does a wheelie, and you can actually do a wheelie. There's like a mechanism inside of it, and it looks like he's doing a wheelie.
Okay.
And then the last feature on this one is in the car, he's got air suspension. So what we've actually done is
Oh,
we've
how did you
actually
do that?
jacked the build. They're just on like a ratchet mechanism.
Yeah.
If you put it down too heavy, they collapse. But that way, that's true to the film. That he actually does have. That he actually has that mechanism on the back, and then when you want to lower it, you can click back in.
Click it back in place.
But it just helps it makes it look that little bit more aggressive as it is in the film.
Yeah, no, it's got some great lines. So George, you've built one as well. So tell me which one's your favourite.
This is my favourite here. It's the golden mini, which.
And is this based on the Creator Expert one that came out probably about, I don't know, 6 years ago? It had to have been, I suppose.
Yeah. The difference with this is that these chromed gold parts are extremely rare, to the point that this car would be very difficult to ever be able to rebuild.
Yeah, in particular, I noticed the engine's got a lot of gold inside it as well. Tell me a little bit about that.
So we've tried to really make sure we've done this one as a collaboration. But if you have a look in, even all of the gold inlets have got pipes coming off of them. So we've really tried to make it a proper Mr. Gold. And then if you open the door and look at the interior, again, even the handbrake, the gear stick, all the console, and the steering wheel are all gold as well.
Wow.
To really, if bling is your thing, then this is the car for you.
Just out of curiosity, Formula One, what's your favourite car?
So Formula One, I'm a massive Lewis Hamilton fan. However, my favourite of all time is the JPS.
And it's that one, just over there. So, synonymous with Star Wars in the Lego YouTube community, that is this young, dashing man, and he got and he's compatriot as well. Sam, tell us a little bit about your mock.
Well, this is my mock here. This is set from the beginning of Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. This is where Dooku gets a nice haircut and a head cut, but
It's a haircut.
yeah, because his head's cut off. Yeah.
But that can't be true, though. That can't be true, Sam,
No.
because that's not the way of the Jedi, surely.
Well, apparently Anakin's been quite a bad boy.
Oh, is he
And
now?
Yeah, apparently so. So yeah, this is set on the board of the ship called the Invisible Hand. This is like the main deck.
Okay.
I looked at a lot of reference photos of both the film itself, and I also found the Lego game was really helpful for a lot of the designs here, or just as reference material to base things off of.
Okay, so tell me out of, first of all, how long roughly did this sort of take you to build?
I think I started this at the end of December, and it's about halfway through February now, so I'd say about a month and a bit.
Okay, and have you got any sort of play features on it or anything like that?
It does, yeah. If I twist this little thing to the side there,
Yeah.
you'll see when it's not breaking
When
apart.
it's not falling apart.
Don't show
no.
that bit. A sign will slowly rise that says
Hello.
"Do it," which is, of course, the quote from old Palpatine himself,
Old
who
Palpatine.
sits in his swivelly chair. I had to use quite an illegal technique to get this chair to go together. Those
that
are handcuffs in his hands, and I had to break off the bottom part of the handcuff in order to make it fit
No.
inside the chair. So we don't tell Lego about that because I'll get in big trouble.
Right, is this built on like sort of a 48 by 48 plate?
It's built, if I can lift it up without breaking anything.
My word.
It's built on a big snot base
Wow.
with a bunch of different colours underneath.
That's phenomenal. Sam, that's really good. And this is part of a collaboration, is it
This
not?
is part of a collaboration, yeah.
So is this dashing young man part of the collaboration?
Unfortunately so, yes he is.
Okay, well let's have a look and see what he's done then. So here, you hold on to that.
How you doing, Greg? You all right?
I'm very good, mate.
Good. So the theme for our collab was iconic lightsaber duels or lightsaber battles.
Okay.
The one that I first depicted was Duel of the Fates. So we got Obi-Wan versus Darth Maul and Qui-Gon. I don't have very current figures for young Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon, so I got some really old 2007 ones. There's also a little minifigure in there.
Yeah, what's all that about? It's got
The Brit Festival like to go around and hide these amongst all the builds across the festival. So you can get a little sheet when you come in, and you can go tick off when you find all of them. That was one of my 3 builds.
there we go. Talking of which, there we go. So I hear you guys haven't just done one; you've done a couple each.
Yeah,
We have, yes.
All right, so Sam, show me your second one that you did.
this is my second one.
Okay.
This is right here.
Oh, what's this all about?
This is
Like a birthday cake.
Somewhat. This is episode 2. This is set in Camino. I didn't want to do 2 Dooku duels in a row because I thought that'd be a little bit repetitive.
You don't want to double Dooku.
You don't want to out Dooku yourself.
Yeah.
So I went with Jango Fett and Obi-Wan on top of Camino. That's why we changed the name to Famous Lightsaber Battles. Because
Famous Lightsaber Battles. So you kind of found a little loop.
Well, technically there's some lasers on the ship, so that kind of counts.
There's some lasers on. Yeah,
there's some lasers that are coming out the ship.
And arguably, about 5 minutes after this scene, you had one of the best sounds ever in Star Wars.
Exactly. Yeah.
I like that. Yeah, it's very nice, very nice. And is this from an actual set, or did you mock that yourself?
This is the 2020. Is it 2020 Slave One or 2021? 2021 Slave One. It's a rebrickable mod, which it changes it into a Django Slave One. So it's just a swap out.
I've got a question for you then, just out of curiosity. If they brought back the UCS Slave One, but in the colours of Jango Fett's Slave One, would you be happy with that?
I wouldn't mind it, no, because it's a bit something different. We've already got the Boba Fett one. I don't own one. I'd love to own one, but I'm not rich enough for that. But a Jango one would be really cool.
Yeah. Well, I think what you've done there, my friend, is definitely very cool.
So this was my second build. I did the final duel from episode 6. Someone has swapped out my Darth Vader from the chamber set with this Santa one. Okay. Don't know why, but we'll roll with it.
That doesn't seem very canon to me.
No, it's not. No, I'm not too much of a fan of that. But hey ho. I got a lot of the inspiration for the window design from the Skywalker Saga game.
Was it you that swapped that out? No. Oh, it's
gone quiet.
It was well suspicious. Dodgy. Watch him. Keep your eyes on him, Sam. All right. So tell us what's going on here. You got Darth Vader, Luke Skywalker.
Yeah. So this is from the final scene of Return of the Jedi, and Luke's just pulled his lightsaber from Palpatine.
Ooh.
And he's gone to swing for him, but Vader's intercepted.
And he just laughed at him, didn't he?
He did. Yeah, he did indeed.
Very nice. I like it. And what sort of base plate have you built that on? That looks quite cool.
Yeah. So I just designed it. Basically ripping off the 18+ diorama sets. I couldn't afford the big shiny metallic grill plates, so I got these up wall. They're just in white. But yeah, that's kind of the theme that I wanted to keep. And
now, I don't say this very often about tech, but this is actually quite a nice technique that you've done here.
Well, thank you. Don't touch it because it will fall apart.
Curiosity, who did you rip off to get that idea?
Oh mate, it was all up in my big brain cells. Yeah.
I know where your brains are. Up there. Come on, you naughty boy. So tell me, how did you go about making this then?
So we'll be really careful as we turn this round, but a lot of it's just ball joints, ball and socket joints around the back here. And then the stability comes through the bars to this central piece, which comes in the bouquet of flower sets. And then also this this flex tube holds a lot of the tension as well, so it can kind of pull it in, and that kind of holds its shape to get that Death Star window.
Yeah, it looks really good actually. And I got to be honest, out of all the mocks that I've seen here today, that is actually quite eye-catching. So,
well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Good job, Tech. Good job.
Thank you.
So the crowds are thinning out, and I'm pretty much done here at London Brick Festival for 2023. I'm going to say my goodbyes. I've certainly got a few little bits and pieces to pick up from some of the resellers. I've seen some cracking mocks, but it's time to get myself over to Leicester Square, London, where a little bird tells me that they've got the brand new Rivendell set on display. Fingers crossed. Okay, straight in. Let's have a look at the A-frame then. It actually looks pretty good from the front. I like it. There's the otter. Looks pretty cool. The roof looks a little bit more detailed than what I kind of saw from the photos. I don't think they necessarily do it justice, but it definitely needs a little bit more, just a tiny little bit more detail on that roof area. It's just, to me, it's just a little bit too clean looking. And you see those wooden panels going across the tops of the windows. I think we're throwing a few more of those in. Maybe even giving us kind of like an inverted colour version of those. But anyway, Let's have a look around the back. You've got an interesting chimney there, and there's a bit of an outdoor shower, which is kind of quite clever, I suppose. It is the outdoors after all. I think the best tree out of the three of them has to go to this one, a very sort of autonomous one. It's a bit odd, really, because it's almost like a set that doesn't know what time of year it is. You've got like the summer one, the green, the yellow one, starts getting very autonomous, and then of course you've got the red one here, which is very mapley around the storage of logs. I couldn't help but notice, of course, you've got Rivendell here. So show me around Rivendell.
So this is Rivendell, obviously from the Lord of the Rings films or books, depending if you're one of those readers. It comes out on the 5th of March. It's quite a big set. I'll show you what it would look like if it's put together. But sadly, our table isn't big enough.
Okay, alright, so that goes on to that end there.
Like.
Oh, I see.
Comes with 15 minifigures, not including the statues. If you want to count the statues, that's a different load of. I think there's 5 more statues. So in total,
yeah, it's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 around there as well.
And there's one around here, so 21.
21.
Each section comes apart. So this tower, which includes the bedroom, and also you can take this off, and it reveals Frodo, Bilbo at his desk, writing there and back again, The Hobbit's Journey, classic book in the story. We've also got the Fellowship here, which can be removed, but it's quite, as you can see, tricky as all the characters like to fall off their seats.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, you are back to front with it as well.
So if you turn it around as
That's a good looking tree as well.
I know, new tree pieces as well, I believe, colours. Also, the tiles are printed here, so you don't have to put on stickers.
Oh, that is cool.
The only stickers come on the paintings and the small books and stuff like that.
Oh, so not many stickers at all then?
Not many stickers at all, which is a nice change of pace.
Wow. Very cool. And have you got a favourite section of it?
I think my favourite section is this hidden elf forge.
Oh, the elf forge.
Which has all the weapons in there, as well as a nice little sting there as well.
And I think you've got some new elements in there, have you not?
Yeah, all these swords are pretty much new moulds, as well as the axes. So it's all very interesting.
And how much is the set going for?
It's going to be in the UK, it will be £429.99, and I know the US it's £599.99.
Oh, okay, I see. All right, brilliant stuff. All right, thanks very much.
No problem.
We've got the new buildable Marvel minifigures, quite nicely posed. They kind of look a little bit better than what I thought as well. And I don't know if it's just me, but there's something quite bionical about those. Okay, so Brick Festival done. Biggest Lego store in the world done. Question now is, of course, what did I get? So I'm home now, and I just want to say that today's been an absolutely brilliant day. I mean, literally from dawn till dusk, it's been everything I've been doing today has been completely surrounded by Lego. It's been brilliant, it really has been. Now, as far as the Brick Festival goes, I really enjoyed it. There was, like I said, some kind of familiarity about it. Without it being too samey, it was very familiar to me at the same time. There's quite a few of the resellers, the same sort of boys and girls that I've seen in the past as well. And some of the mock builders, they're the same as what has been there in the past. And I've got to be honest, my one big critique from the whole festival, at least the London one anyway, is that really I just need like something very big to go there and see. For example, like the big ball contraption, I'd love to see that there. It'd be a really good draw, I think, to get kind of more people through the door. That said, I mean, it was really well attended, so I don't think they've got a problem there. It's just for me personally, just to see something a little bit different there next time I go. But all in all, I do enjoy going there, and the fact is, it's actually, because it's in London, it's actually pretty convenient as well. So I ended up picking up a couple of things from the Brick Convention that I'm actually pretty stoked with that I got. Now the first thing that I got was this. It's the original Invader set. Now of course this in 2023 has turned into the gift we purchase. the Black Tron Cruiser, which I really, really loved. I mean, I was completely blown away. Firstly, how slightly difficult it was to build, and I built it obviously recently on a live stream, but also how actually good it was. And I love the fact that it was modulated as well. It's like really, really clever. So I thought to myself, when I saw this, I was like, yeah, I could build this. Maybe I'll do it on a live stream as well. And kind of compare it as well to the new one. Now, obviously, it's not in the original packaging or anything like that. And to be fair, it's actually quite nicely packaged nonetheless anyway. But it does come with the original minifigure, which you should be able to just pick up about there. There he is. And it's sort of been checked as everything like that. So it's kind of all genuine parts and everything like that. But also, I should get those trans red wedge plates, which I'm quite excited to have. But I just thought it'd be really cool to have something that came out such a long time ago and compare it to something from 2023. And this set, for £30, I thought that actually wasn't bad because it comes with a fairly healthy 164 parts. But I'm really looking forward to building that, and like I say, comparing it to the newer one. Now, the second thing that I got from the festival was this. And it's the storage head. And it's the green skeleton that I really tried to get last October during Halloween. I think it only actually just come out, and it's really, really quite difficult to get hold of. In fact, so much so, I've not seen it for sale anywhere at all. But I thought for 20 quid, that's a pretty decent deal. So then it was over to the Lego store. And to be honest, even though there's double VIP points this week, and there's a pretty decent gift with purchase available as well, I'm kind of holding out because firstly, I'm going up to Bricktastic in a couple of weeks up in Manchester. I've got a funny feeling that I'm going to be hitting my wallet quite hard when I'm up there. And also, there's actually another gift with purchase coming out in a couple of weeks, which is the removal van, which some people kind of said that it really should have come out when the Jazz Club came out. But anyway, that aside, that's got £160 threshold. I do fancy that. And you know what? After seeing that, I might actually get it after I got the A-frame as well. So that would kind of kill two birds with one stone there. Of course, I've got to try and survive Bricktastic first. So going over to Leicester Square today, you'll probably be a little bit surprised by this, but I've actually never built this. And it's this, simply the London bus, albeit it's the small version of it. It's set 40220, and it comes with just 118 pieces. And I thought, yeah, I do want to build it. And I mean, it's not one of those ones, those sort of sets that I could just put in the city or anything like that, or maybe put it in the back to sort of create some false perspective. But I thought at the very least, I could build it and just have it behind me when I'm doing those live streams. So for the last set that I got, you're probably going to think to yourselves, oh, Greg, you're a bit of an old romantic. And that's because this week is Valentine's Day. So I thought I'd get myself a couple of roses. I'm not normally one to go for the roses or anything like that, even if it's Valentine's Day. Just one of those things, what can I say? But I've been watching Lego Masters, and I'm kind of virtually at the end of watching 3 seasons of Lego Masters Australia, and I've really, really enjoyed it. And honestly, if you haven't seen the Australia one, watch it. It's absolutely brilliant. It really, really is. I love it. The hosts on it completely make it. But I wanted to get this because it's kind of different to what I normally build. And of course, it's Valentine's Day as well. So there's a couple of two birds with one stone scenario going on there, which doesn't sound romantic at all. But hey, I am trying to be a little bit, let's just say that. But anyway, I thought, do you know what? I just wanted to kind of learn the technique of building these because it could be useful for when I'm actually building my city, Legondon. And that's why I bought it. So it's set 40460. And I think it was at like £9 or something like that. And I thought to myself, yeah, you never know, it might go quite nicely in a vase. And on that note, if you enjoyed the video, then please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't been new around here, why not hop on and subscribe, become a big part of the LBB family. For now, I'm going to leave you some videos that I think you might like.